ICE is using full-blown Gestapo-style tactics. We need to start using the proper language for this moment. The Trump administration is trying to say, oh, you can't say that. You can't compare us to Nazis. You can't compare us to the Gestapo. You can't compare us to fascists. They are these things. It is Stephen Miller's long, wet dream to have a white nationalist country. His playbook is that of Adolf Hitler's. Put up the following tweet. ICE deployed tear gas on crowded public street because they were upset being stuck in traffic. A 2-year-old child required medical care after inhaling the chemical agents. Adults were vomiting on a sidewalk. Local elementary school was forced to lock down for recess due to the presence of agents. People in nearby cars reported that the tear gas caused their ears, nose, and mouth to run after chemicals seeped into vehicles despite windows rolled up. The incident occurred close to Funston Elementary in the Logan Square neighborhood of Chicago, Illinois. This is outrageous. This is beyond the pale. And MAGA Christians, I have a question for you. Do you like little kids getting tear gassed and zip tied? Is that how racist MAGA evangelicals are, that they don't care about this? This is what defines countries. How do you treat the oppressed? How do you treat the vulnerable? How do you treat the poorest among us? MAGA, and specifically MAGA Christians, they like the cruelty of browbeating and oppressing Black and brown people because their religion, their God, has oppressed them their whole lives. These are Old Testament Christians who were told from the moment they were born, you're not good enough. You have to seek being saved. And God commits genocide and rounds up everybody on a boat because he was mad at everybody. We have a broken population that uses their faith to claim the moral high ground with us. And these are the worst among us. The people that support this, Nancy Mace, for fun, she likes to watch videos of ICE agents. This is so incredibly sad. It makes me so sad to live in a country where people voted for a man that said he was going to do all of this, a man that said he was going to attack the enemy from within. And now he's doing it. And I am just shocked.
Well, Kristi Noem also shot her children's puppy. And one thing I think it's really important to point out is these ICE agents, they did not have the staff to conduct these type of military measures in U.S. cities. So they posted online, and I saw commercials this weekend where they are saying, we will pay your student loan. We will give you a $50,000 signing bonus to come work for us. The people that they are hiring are manosphere, pitiful, broken men that think it's macho to hit children and women and spray tear gas on police. They are not attracting the best of the best. They're not training the best of the best. Kristi Noem, Stephen Miller, all the way down, including Kanks at the top, they are depraved. They like the suffering. They like the cruelty. They feel better when they diminish other people. And so they are attracting this group of people that crawled out from under rocks to become ICE agents. And we can't pay our teachers and we can't send aid to USAID, but we're paying all this money for these power-hungry, weak people to come into ICE, and it is disgusting.
Okay, and then over the weekend, of course, Trump, all he does is watch Fox News. This is a person that epitomizes the worst of Americans. He has ego. He wants to fleece the poor, and he sits around and just binge watches television, which is just Fox News by the moment. Every clip I see, I feel dumber, and the cruelty in which they speak is so alarming. And so he watches Fox, and let's see what he has to say. So he gets on Lie Social and says, why is Fox News and Peter Doocy putting on Democrat Senator Mark Kelly to talk about totally unabated or challenged health care? The fake spin is so bad for Republicans, blah, 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 goes off about Fox News. Imagine you decide, I'm going to be president of the United States. You have to have thick skin. I'm a podcaster. I have super thick skin. I don't give a shit what people say about me or my appearance. in the comment section. It's simply none of my business. This guy gets so wound up because the Democrats have the real moral high ground. Listen to Mark Kelly go on to Fox and eviscerate how cruel and depraved these MAGA Republicans are.
This is not a game. This is very serious. We've got folks that aren't able to go to work right now, but on November 1st, individuals are going to get these letters if they haven't received them already. Some have. There are folks in Alaska who have received letters that their premiums are going to go up from $600 a month to $4,000 a month. That's unaffordable. And in my state, in Arizona, 109,000 people are likely to lose their health care, meaning that they are one accident or one illness away from bankruptcy.
Okay, this is what's so irritating being an American right now. It's such a stark contrast. You have MAGA, the enemy from within. They are dismantling the federal government. They are inciting violence against Democrats, inciting violence against members of the judiciary, trying to politicize the military. And then on the other side, the Democrats are trying to save your health care. Mm-hmm. Mark Kelly's probably trying to save the health care of millions of hundreds of thousands of people that didn't vote for him. The same with Bernie, the same with AOC. And at the end of the day, the Democrats fight for those that get twisted up in this right-wing media echo chamber. They fight for the rural Americans that go to these mega churches that are full of hate and white supremacy. And the Christians, the MAGA Christians, fight to take away. They want to take away the exact opposite of what the teachings of the character of the Bible, Jesus Christ, would have wanted. And I want to take just a moment to thank our sponsor, Dupe, for sponsoring our show today. You guys, I just moved to New York and I got an apartment and I didn't want to spend a ton of money. And so I have to tell you about my little shortcut. Dupe is one of the most viral shopping hacks on TikTok. Millions of people have already used it. I recently found a sofa that I loved and I went to Dupe. And Dupe will help save you money and it's 100% free to use. That $5,000 cloud sofa you don't think you can justify, the beautiful mid-century dresser you've had bookmarked forever, Dupe finds a similar item, sometimes even the same item, for 60, 70, and even 80% off. With dupe.com, you can finally decorate the house of your dreams without going broke. And Dupe isn't just about furniture either. Dupe works for fashion, shoes, jewelry, and more. Listener, dupe.com really is so easy to use. Just type dupe.com / before any product URL in your browser and boom, it instantly finds you less expensive alternatives. They even have an app and a browser extension you can download. No account required, no sign up required. It's completely free to use. Stop wasting money on brand names and start saving with dupe.com today. Moving along. There are politicians that are emerging in this fascist regime that are not beholden to special interest. And one of them is Graham Plattner, who's running for Susan Collins' seat in Maine. And I think this guy is fabulous. He's come out and saying he's not going to take AIPAC money. But I want you to hear the clarity of this man speak when you're not a corporate Democrat. Listen to just how easy and effortless it is to make moral clarity points.
You're playing for the illegals that are in this state that get free benefits.
They don't.
If you listen to what she was saying, no, just hear me out. If you listen to what she was saying, at its core, she's angry about the exact same things you are. People are propagandized, people are misinformed, but people are not stupid. And we shouldn't treat them as such. People are angry because they know they're being screwed. They might get lied to, they might get taken in. If somebody robs your neighbor's house, you don't go over there and laugh at them afterwards. They've been taken advantage of. And that's what this is. People are being robbed. They're being robbed of their critical thinking. They're being robbed of their empathy. The answer to that is not shame. The answer to that is not anger. The answer to that is empathy and compassion.
Thank you.
Okay, so we started off this episode talking about ICE, which is predatory style tactics, because Stephen Miller, Donald Trump are unrepentant racists that want to dehumanize and remove Black and brown people. And then you get to corporations that are also predators that have been preying on the American public. And these corporations, combined with the rhetoric coming from the right, where they scapegoat, they take rural white people and say, you can't have nice things because of these immigrants. So this political party and these corporations that are looking for tax loopholes and no regulations scapegoat the poorest members of our country. And so this predation that you see on every front, whether it be the judiciary, the corporate class, he's trying to prey on the military to turn them against half of the country. He preys on gay people. He preys on women. The predation of MAGA is overwhelming right now, but we absolutely have got to lock in and fight back.
When I hear him speak, I'm like, is that so hard? I'll tell you what is hard for me is the empathy for these people, because I'm like, no one is forcing them to watch Fox News. But I agree with you. At the core of it, Americans are angry because the minimum wage is the same it's always been. The United States is paying for healthcare and college for Israeli citizens, but not their own. But nobody can talk about that because how beholden they are to corporate interests. But I do think there is a portion of the population that enjoys the cruelty, that enjoys seeing families torn apart and people suffering. And they think it's funny, ha-ha, when Trump takes somebody that immigrated from Mexico and sends them to Uganda. Like, there's a part of this population in the United States that likes it, but we are larger than they are. I really believe that.
I think so too. And Donald Trump, I told Pumps a year ago, he's going to put his face on currency. It is going to happen, and it's already happening. Kylie popped this up. The White House announces that the U.S. Treasury will be producing $1 coins with President Trump's face on it. And I know that this probably hit super hard with the cult, and they think, oh, this is so great. And there's always people that go along with fascist ideology that want a dictator. These are people that have themselves that are very insecure, fall prey to propaganda. And to think about if a Barack Obama, the first African-American president, won, back-to-back elections in electoral landslides and popular vote landslides, and everybody said he was arrogant at the time, that Obama, Fox would always say, oh, he's so aloof and he's so cocky and he's so arrogant. And the fact that these MAGA Republicans, they live in such breathtaking hypocrisy. They just cherry pick with absolutely zero clarity. Oh, I'm against this today. I'm against this tomorrow. Just whatever satisfies what they need. Because at the core of it is this selfish white supremacy that these people think everything in this country should be built and done to make their lives easier and make them more comfortable at all times. And the fact that people think this is cool or cute or neat or fun tells you what a cultural problem we have in America. And we were on the road to always fixing it. That Martin Luther King statement about the arc of the moral universe, bending towards justice. It has been bending towards justice. But Stephen Miller and Elon Musk and Donald Trump and all of the dipshit cabinet members will not allow the country to be a multicultural place where people have access to health care, where we have a robust, well-regulated economy that keeps people safe. They're not interested in that. And we have to lock in and keep fighting hard, because it's not we are on the precipice of fascism. We are living under a fascist regime right now in the United States of America. Okay, that's all we have for this episode. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you all later.